reliable is a crowd? Is it sound thinking to have an approach where I'm just going to look at what the crowd is doing and which direction is the crowd going in and I'll just pull in behind them? Is that the right way to go? Well, in Exodus chapter 23 verse 2, God said this to Israel: "You shall not fall in with the many to do evil." Or in the New King James Version, it's translated, "You shall not follow a crowd to do evil." This was God's warning to Old Testament Israel through Moses, and it's a very clear warning. Don't join in with a crowd that is heading in the wrong direction. Don't be complicit in their wrongdoing. Don't sing to their tune. Don't march to the beat of their drum. Don't sign up with that mob. And so we might think, well, hang on, it's a crowd, and isn't the majority normally right? Not in Noah's day, not in the city of Sodom, not in Jeremiah's day, where God explicitly told the people, you can read it in Jeremiah chapter 42 verse 19, God explicitly told the Israelites, do not go to Egypt. And yet they went, the crowd went, no doubt many people looked around and thought, well, this is where the majority is going, I'll just tag in behind them. And they went, and it was to their peril. They disobeyed the word of the Lord. What about Nazi Germany? We can look at situations outside the Bible just by learning through modern day history and the last few centuries, where so many people thought that Hitler was wonderful and that the Nazi party, that was the right group to go with, and got it so terribly wrong. And then hardship just rained back down on Germany after making those awful decisions to go with this huge movement. The test of something is the crowd going that way? That's not the test of whether it's right. And I just appeal particularly to young people, while this is relevant to all of us, to young people, to be thinking about these things. That when you're going through high school and university, it's easy to think, well, what are my friends doing? And when it comes to political issues and other issues, which group is the biggest? Which one has the most consensus? Which protesters are the loudest and have the biggest mob following behind them? This is not a sound way to appraise whether something is right or wrong. Jesus was very aware of this, because Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7 verse 13, "Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many." He knew that many were on that highway to destruction, and he appealed to people, enter by the narrow gate. So it really is so important that we appraise things correctly. Jesus never said follow the crowd. In contrast, Jesus said, follow me. And that's the right pathway to be on, to be coming behind the Lord Jesus Christ. And so I'm going to let his teachings set the principles and values of my life, and I'm going to follow his example. May God help us to be discerning about who we follow. Let's follow him.